Hey guys, RivalBoss here, and today I'm bringing you something very special all the way from Japan. Something very small. It is the Game Gear. Oh yes, Game Gear. This is what you guys are here for, right? Blue Game Gear. Wait, no, don't leave. I'm just kidding. We do have even Rocket agrees. We have a Game Gear Micro from Sega Japan. Is for the Sega 60th anniversary. They released kind of after they released the Sega Genesis Mini and the Master System Mini. They were like, oh, what can we do now? Oh, I know. We'll make a very small Game Gear for a very niche audience, and we'll only include 4 games. And suckers like RivalBoss will buy it. So yeah, I bought one of these just to kind of have one. I've always been a big Game Gear fan, so it is marketing for me. It is a niche market, and yeah. So this is what it is, and as you can see, this is the package it comes in. It's just a cardboard box. It usually does have tape. I have already opened this just to show you to get it ready and stuff, and to test it to kind of know some of the functions. But yeah, this is how it comes in the mail, and I got the blue one, as you can see here. Now it comes in black, blue, red, and yellow, and they each have 4 different games. These are the game titles in Japanese. They each come with 4 games. I picked the blue one because I believe this Sonic and Tails game is one of the best ones on the Game Gear, in my opinion. The black one would also be a good choice because Sonic, the Game Gear version, is basically Sega, the Master System game, which is a very good Sonic game. The yellow one has a bunch of Phantasy Star games, which I'll get to in a little bit, but that is completely useless on this system. And the red one has some very rare games too, but with lots of text. And unless you can read Japanese, it's not going to really help you anyway. Even on the top here, you can see the little Game Gear logo. There's our 4 games. I got this one also because it has Gunstar Heroes, which is amazing. This one is really good too, and then it's got a nice puzzle game in it. As you can see here, let me see if I can get it to focus. I think it's Sullivan's Tale, and I think it's Bakabuku or something like that. I played it before. So anyway, okay, so here we go. I got it started there, and even when I was getting it started, it's so hard not to damage these little these little cardboard boxes. Well, anyway, so here we go. So let's open this sucker up now. Okay, and we're going to pull it around, and you pull it out, and it's going to have the little system, and also inside of there, it's going to have the instructions. Okay, and these are all going to be in Japanese because this is literally was only for made for the Japanese audience. Let's go look at the instructions real quick. The instructions on Game Gear systems have always been real cute. They have like a little Game Gear a guy that was in the original US ones too. Maybe I can try to find that later. And they've kind of kept with that, as you can see. We've got the cute little Game Gear guy, and he's telling us that he doesn't like being in the cold. He doesn't like being smashed on the ground. He doesn't like being in the cold. He likes to be clean. Don't paint him, or maybe you can paint him. I don't know. And he doesn't like rain. And he takes AA batteries there. So those are pretty always hilarious. On the back, also, we got actual physical instructions telling us how to put the batteries in. You can plug this to I believe, a USB Type B. Yep. And there's just kind of the layout. And if you could read Japanese, that would be really helpful. But other than that, it's just cute little pictures. Next, we get to the system. And right away, I'm going to say, now this is the blue that was in the Japanese blue. It is not the American Game Gear blue, as you can see. And I guess real quick, why we got it in the package, let me pop this out. So this is also pretty hard to get out. There we go. So we're going to set that aside. And right away, we're going to do a size comparison here, why it's got plastic on it. And as you can see, it is much smaller than the actual original Game Gear, which you expect with a micro in the name, right? So let's pull it out now. Right away, I will say that mine, this plastic container that they put it in, I noticed I had to clean it a little bit because the screen right here, I don't know if you can pick that up, It was just lightly scratched by even the plastic container there. So I would recommend, if you're going to keep this thing and you're going to like take it on a keychain or something like that, they actually do sell a screen protector for it on Amazon Japan as well, and I would highly recommend that. Now, so this thing, you know, the buttons are a little squishy. As you can see, the D-pad especially is pretty squishy. Now, that, you know, that's kind of a bummer, but honestly, I will tell you right now, it is very playable as well, with some caveats here. We're going to get to that. You got your start button right there. You got your power button. You got your USB. You got your audio out, volume control. You got a fake little cartridge there. And as you can see, I've already put some AAA batteries in there. It does take AAA, not AA. And I will say, I have been playing this. I actually did play this for, I would say, 6 hours or so, and I actually have not seen the battery go down at all. It also has, you know, this is where your keychain would go, and I think this thing would make an excellent keychain if I got that cover. I just don't trust it without the cover. So we're going to boot it up here. Here we go. And it takes a little bit to boot, and I'm probably going to turn the brightness down. Let's see if I can focus on that screen. There you go. And it is super small. Here's my finger in comparison, my fingertip. That is pretty crazy, right? So it is really small. I will turn up the audio here. The audio actually is pretty loud out of this little tiny speaker down here. And I'm going to turn it back down real quick just so it's not too loud. The screen selection is pretty easy and pretty self-explanatory. You've got your 4 games on the front here, all in Japanese. You've got up here, you've got your options, which I have no idea what these say. First one brings up, I guess, credits. I actually don't know what the green one is either. Oh, that's your version number and everything, so that's cool. I have already seen, by the way, that these are slightly, like somebody has already figured out what this is running on, which gives me real high hopes that this will be hacked. We're going to go on up here to the settings real quick. Oh, you can also turn them sideways. You can turn the carts just like normal. You can turn the cart sideways. I am going to turn the brightness down. Hold on here. How do I do that? I know how to do it in-game, so maybe we'll do it in-game real quick. So we're going to go ahead and boot Sonic and Tails. It will tell you a little bit of information about it, just like normal. You boot it up. Get your Sega. And we're gonna turn the brightness down here in a minute. I guess it's not too bad actually. So the screen is really nice. You can see it's got pretty good viewing angles for the most part. Like you can still see it pretty much. Maybe not down. No, down's even pretty good. So it's got really good viewing angles on that little tiny, again, fingertip size screen. I mean, here I'm gonna hold it back real quick. Yeah, like compared to, here's the Game Gear. Yeah, it's pretty small. You can press and hold the start button and it will pull up your options. Hold on, let me get this in focus here. So here we go, we're in focus now. So you got your save states. This is to load make a save state, load a save state. So nobody's talked about it. It does have save states. This is to make it brighter. This is to make it less bright. We're going to turn that brightness down like 2 maybe. And this goes back to the main menu. So I'm going to show you real quick. We're going to load up. You get 4 save states. We're going to load up. I just beat this boss. And we're going to unpause it. So it's got a really nice screen though for how small it is. And then you can just move. Now I'm playing inside, looking at a picture, so you're gonna have to. I'm gonna apologize right now for playing like trash, especially on a tiny screen. But as you can see, it runs really well. You know, there's a little bit of slowdown, I would say, but that was actually pretty normal for this like the actual Game Gear had slowdown too. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna show you guys some more here. Gonna pause it in just a minute though. And then, like I said, you can press and hold. I died there, so let's just say I would press and hold the start button again, like that. Maybe. There we go. And then you could just quickly load another save state, unpause, and there you go. Oops. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so let's check out some of these other games real quick. Oh, I love that, by the way. So to really quickly show you some of the other games real quick, we're going to show you Gunstar Heroes. I always really liked Gunstar Heroes. This was a pretty cool game. Now, the interesting thing about this, though, is that Gunstar Heroes on a EverDrive on an actual Game Gear does not work. So somehow they managed to get this little emulator working better than your EverDrive. Let me see if I can refocus here. Kinda. But as you can see, it works pretty well. Oops. Now, it is a super small screen that you're playing on, but the actual gameplay is really pretty good. Get off me! But yeah, it's a fun little shoot 'em up platformer is what Gunstar Heroes is. If you've never played Gunstar Heroes, I don't know, you're missing a ton. This is a great game. I'm gonna eat that. I just want to keep showing you guys. This boss is stupid. There he goes. First boss is pretty much a joke. But yeah, this is Gunstar Heroes, and it looks pretty amazing on this little console. Any of the unclearness is really, honestly, just because it's such a small screen, and I'm holding my camera really close to it. Like, you can see how big my thumb is compared to that. So, anyway, that's Gunstar Heroes. Next up is Sullivan's Tale. Now, you'll see up here, by the way, the battery life is right there. It did show red just a minute ago, but it's showing green again. I actually have been playing this quite a bit. I can't tell you how many hours, though. But it's lasted quite a bit on... It's lasted quite a bit. I'm going to scroll through all this Japanese text. It's lasted quite a bit on two AAA batteries. That's what it takes, 2 AAA batteries. So I'm actually pretty impressed with it. Like I said, I think this thing would be amazing if they ever hacked it. And it has a USB up there, so there is hopes that they will be able to. Now, this game is this is pretty much like a Legend of Zelda kind of clone for the Game Gear. It was really good, the Sullivan's Tale, and I highly recommend. That's why I kind of got the light blue one. I felt like most of the games on there, including the puzzle game, would be a lot of fun. The red one, I just couldn't really see. There were some great games on there, but in Japanese, they were going to be a real pain. And the yellow one, I mean, you can see, like, this is what, I'm going to show you what, that's what it looks like if you have bad. But this is how small the font is if you're playing it. I mean, and this is bigger font than most of the Phantasy Star. And it's Japanese. I don't know why, by the way, that's supposed to be red. The camera's picking it up as white, which actually is making it easier to see. But, yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it's red. But, yeah, I mean, up close you can read it. But are you going to get up close and squint? Now, they do sell a magnification thing for this thing, like the old Game Gear had. But you have to buy all of them. See, and as you can see, it's like a Zelda clone. You got your sword attack and everything. So it's real cool, Sullivan's Tale is. We'll go down here into the next screen. But yeah, like, I could definitely see myself playing this. Because I've actually never beat this game. In fact, I've only played it a few times. And it's pretty cool. So yeah, I definitely recommend the light blue one if you're going to get one. And then let's show you the last game here. So the last game I believe is pronounced Baku Baku, and it's kind of a puzzle game where you try to match like bananas with bananas with monkeys and bones with dogs. And you don't really need to read Japanese to know any of this. Like, if you just press the button all the way through, I'm in story mode, I can tell. And yeah, as you can see, you just have to like match carrots with the banana, and you kind of want to build up just like any puzzle game. So we'll move these over here. And as you can see, I'm not really having a hard time moving it. Honestly, I'm really not. And I'm even playing on my camera, which would make it harder, but it's pretty easy to play. Like, the controls, even though they're kind of sloppy, like they feel kind of sloppy, they are by no means not functional. Like this D-pad, even though it feels kind of floppy, doesn't feel great. It actually is more functional, I would say, because of that. It's kind of odd. It's an odd thing for sure, but yeah, so this is Baku Baku, and it's a fun little puzzle game. It gets pretty damn hard, by the way. But yeah, so this is, and I'll just show you how fast it gets out of this. So you press and hold, and I've made one save state there, so you can see. So, would I recommend this thing? Well, it kind of depends on who you're asking. Now, if you're a big Sega Game Gear game, if you're a big Sega Game Gear fan, I think this is worth it, especially if they ever hack this thing. Like, this will be such a cool little keychain with that. If you get that protector on the front. Oh, and I already died. But yeah, like, it is a real neat little package. I would definitely recommend the light blue or black one. While the yellow and red have more rare games on them, they're going to be nearly unplayable on this little tiny portable. Get games that are that are going to work. Like this game works on this system, if that makes sense. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Now the price tag is debatable. So with shipping from Amazon Japan, this thing was like $60. So I mean, it was expensive by no means. It was not cheap, and you know, you're just kind of paying a premium for it being a little mini Game Gear. And, you know, I guess these are really kind of small things are really the rave in Japan. So, you know, that makes sense. But, I mean, it looks really good. I really like it. So anyway, if you guys liked this video and you want to see more stuff, I just released my new Arcade 1-Up image, which is pretty neat. And if you want to see more little handhelds, I've got lots of handhelds, you know, hacked handhelds to show off in other videos. And yeah, please check out my other content. And if you like this, you know, this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe, because there's a lot more stuff like this coming down the pipes. And until next time, this is the RivalBoss. This is a super small little Game Gear Micro, and it is pretty cool. Yeah, I would get one, probably. Maybe not $60. It's a tough sale. But yeah, so until next time, this is RivalBoss signing off. Stay safe out there. Thanks.